I need to see some amens. I need to see some amens. I need to see some amens. Hey, you see what's going on? You just got in the chat. What are you saying? Talk to me.
What I'm saying is, yeah, fans, I don't judge. But at the end of the day, some people are single mothers. As I'm single mother. We're gonna all make our bread. But doesn't mean we have to disagree with our children. I have teenagers. And I love my babies. No matter how old they are, we're all gonna support them. But do we wanna lose our children to the street? Even I say to my children, that's me speaking from very bottom of my heart. I will tell them, be honest. Let's have that relationship. I will always have your back. Let's have that relationship, because once you lose your children to the street, they will say, oh, I'm doing this, and we're going to scream and shout. And it's, oh, we Africans, we don't do that. So we're going to we have to break that chain.
Thank you.
Our parents were like, I'm from Somalia. I'm Muslim, alhamdulillah. I'm gonna wear hijab or whatever. It doesn't make me less a Muslim than anybody else.
Would you support?
Pay attention, bro. Pay attention.
Well, now listen, I want to ask you some questions. Seeing as how you come in here, so you're Muslim, you're a single mother. How many kids do you have?
I got 2.
You was married, yeah?
I'm divorced.
You're divorced, yeah? Okay, cool. So you would support. So if you do you have your daughters or sons?
I got a boy and a girl.
So if your son was selling drugs on the streets, would you support him?
No, I'm not happy with it. I wouldn't be happy with it.
No, bro, that's illegal. I asked you, would you support him?
No.
So wait, if your daughter was going on the street selling drugs, would you support her?
But that's the thing. But that's where the growing up comes.
Wait. I need to ask some questions. And then I'll let you speak again. Would you support your daughter?
Support what?
If she was selling drugs on the street, would you support your daughter?
That's a very technical question. Like that's
a very simple question. I asked you, would you support your son? You said no. Yeah. I asked you, if your daughter was selling drugs on the street, would you support her?
I wouldn't be supporting her. That's me being honest.
Okay, cool. That's cool. So why would you not support them doing that?
Because I wouldn't. This is what I'm trying to make them to grow up and have that mentality and to understand there's more to life. Hey, Hoyo. So that's my son. You see? That's my son.
Okay, so what we're trying to establish here is, at what point does you trying to support your kids so much become detrimental or dangerous to their health? You're supposed to be, obviously, so most of the things I'm talking about are haram, right? Yeah. So you should treat these things like the worst possible things that are possible, right? Yeah. I'm not talking about hijab. Now I'm talking about OnlyFans. Would you support your Muslim daughter showing the skin on the internet for money? Would you support that?
Why was you gonna go the first place there?
That's not what I'm asking.
But you wouldn't be there in the first place. That's the thing.
No. Okay. Let's take it. If she go, would you support her?
No, I wouldn't.
So what are we talking about? If you won't support your daughters doing it, yeah, what are we really talking about
but
then? Why won't
for a woman or female to go to that extent? I don't know. People raise their children differently. Everyone raises their children differently.
But it's okay for you to have a moral compass for your kids, but other people's kids to do it then. But it's not okay for your kids.
But this is the thing.
Let me ask you a question. Can I interject real quick though? 1 second, may I interject? When you speak about this OnlyFans $3.99 thing, I just want the audience to remember that we're speaking about adult women.
Thank you.
We're not speaking about children. So when you express your disappointment to the women on OnlyFans and then you revert back to children, you're doing that, and that's a tactic that you're trying to keep people's emotions involved because they're going to protect their kids. No.
But children,
don't say kids. No more. When you speak
right?
about OnlyFans, don't say kids. That's one. And when you speak about OnlyFans, don't name illegal shit like selling drugs and shit to people.
No.
I'm trying to say what it is.
No,
I'm over 18.
So basically, I'm trying to ask. Everyone keeps talking about age, right? Like all of a sudden, when I became 18 or 21, my parents stopped giving a damn about me. I could do whatever. Are you nuts? If I decide to go do a mad thing today,
I never said I don't care. I said I care enough to where whatever they do, I'm going to be supportive. I'm not going to shame my family members because I don't like what they did. I can tell you I don't like it, but I'm not going to be the person.
Okay, so this is what you're doing is what's happened with the church. This is why church is messed up, yeah? When you used to let me tell you what happened to the church. Before the church used to preach, proper preach the Bible, used to preach. Who preached within the Bible, it was bow, 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 bow. Old Testament fire taps and stuff, right? But then the families started leaving the church and it was left with single mothers, single baby moms, isn't it, yeah? So now you can't be preaching what you was preaching before because you're going to lose your whole congregation. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? End of the day, it's like, bro, it's like, man's preaching, but bro, who are you preaching to? Who's left over? Who's left
single
over?
Mothers, what? So you started in single mothers.
Let me give you something after that.
Single mothers are the problem. You guys have created the problem.
We're not problem. How is the problem?
Yeah, we're not doing this.
Well, how is the problem?
Sorry, we're not doing this. We are not doing this tonight. We are not doing it. I draw the line. I'll tell you my input here. I think it's really realistic to have wants and wishes for your children. It's realistic to follow rules and set guidelines as parents and expectations, and you as a know what you want from you.
Wait, he said single mothers is the problem. How are the problem?
Single mothers are the problem. They are. I've spoken about it. Would you like me to tell you? Are you sure?
Do you feel some type of way? Single mothers are the problem.
I don't feel any type of way. I don't feel any type of way towards single mothers. I wouldn't date you. I wouldn't deal with you. I don't come from one, so it's not something I wouldn't feel.
Single mothers break your heart.
Okay, so what you did is you led in shame and sign language, shame, insults, guilt to need the right. So I started about to explain to you why, and the first thing you went to do was try to shame me and try to imply that a single mother broke my heart. When I first said I wouldn't deal with them, no, a single mother could never break my heart because I could never raise another man's inferior DNA. Okay, so let me start. First of all, statistically speaking, single mothers are the reason why kids that come from single mother homes, they end up in jail, they end up pregnant, they end up dead, they end up with psychological problems, they suffer trauma. Hold on, I'm telling you, it's not me. This is what the statistics say. Go and look at the ONS, Office of National Statistics. It is not me, it is not me, it is not me. Most kids that come from single parent homes, men, you would think they would go on to go be, you know, they never had their father around, so they would go on to be the shining example and to go on to go, you know, marry and to go raise up. They actually go and create the exact same thing that they were raised up inside. Single boys also stress about how they see their mom, multiple men come in and sat outside of their mom's home. They also more feminized because they don't have a male figure inside the home. So a lot of things do stem down to single mothers. They always talk about, oh, you know what? Single mothers are the prize, single mothers are this, but in actual fact, you need to look at the stats of all the kids that committing the crimes and the stabbings and what's going on. They tend to come from single parent homes. Now, the stats for two-parent homes, once you put that, completely changes. One-parent home income, you don't have enough time to be with your child. You can't put the same effort into your child. There's all types of things. But when we speak about it, you know, obviously, like exceptions, don't cancel the rule.
Them two-parent home women end up on OnlyFans, though. They be
you can say that. You can say that. You can say that. They can. I'm not saying they can't. But the stats show that the single-parent homers are definitely going to end up on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference.
Is that opinion or is that fact?
It's fact.
It's not opinion or fact.
Yeah.
Find me the facts that says.
Find me the facts that says. Parents end up OnlyFans.
No. So what you women do is you did an absolute. When we speak, we generalize. Wait, hold on a second. When we speak, we generalize. We do a consensus. Yeah, it's never the whole. But when you women talk about in your rebuttal, you always speak about all women. We never speak about all women. We have a level of education and intellectualness that we know we never speak about all. We're not speaking about all. We're not speaking about all.
So what did you say?
OnlyFans legit came out a few years ago.
That was when it was lockdown.
In order for these stats to have existed, you laugh because you know. In order for these stats to exist, you know.
These are the single parent homes. This has nothing to do with OnlyFans. These are the single parent stats. These are not having to do with OnlyFans.
Well, answer me this then. Find me the stat Find me the stat that says that these OnlyFans women lack morality and shit like that, and have terrible lives when they turn 25.
The fact that you
Because
open
hold
your
on,
legs on the internet, you lack
let me just get it
morality.
out. Let me just get it out.
The fact that you open your legs on the internet, you lack morality. I don't need a stat for that.
Let me just get it out, please.
So
Because
you say you
the
don't
fact
have no
that this
respect for
thing
no woman,
just came
basically.
out,
That's what you're saying.
the fact that OnlyFans just came out, and you're already saying what women have, how their lives turn out, as if it's been out long enough for you to even say what the outcome is that's a projection. What you're doing is projecting what you think will happen. It's not been out long enough to say how their lives turn out at the end of their
It's
lives.
only an extension of the things that were out there before, but now what it's done is it's put women more into the forefront. Now you can't run away from it. Your children, your sons. I did a live before with the girl that I did a live with the what's it that adult work model that had a thing with what's the footballer's name? We had her on the live. What's the footballer? Anyway, she had a son and she was on OnlyFans, and then she was telling me, oh, her son's ready to go on OnlyFans to how it first started. You people don't understand the psychological damage you do to your son.
The way you say you people.
Yeah, but you understand that China's not saying that you're a bad mother or you're not going to turn out to be great. He's saying that the statistics show.
Yeah, I'm not. You're making this about you.
When you get divorced or when you come from a single parent house, you're going to face more difficulties, whether that's financial or whether that be through family commitment or whatever. Not saying
one income. Imagine you have two people in your home right now. That is already two incomes. That is already, you can get more rest. You have gone and done it to one person. You've got two kids. Already you are at a disadvantage. So if your child goes to school with someone and their kids have two parents in the home, they are advantage and your kid is at a disadvantage. You cannot see 2 versus 1. Everything you got to do it double as hard. See? Versus 1.
Why you ain't make that argument? Why you ain't make that argument when the young lady said, "Women on OnlyFans stay home and work"? You ain't make.
So what you're saying is that catch me.
Remember you said that not too long ago. You were saying how
parents.
Well,
I'm a single parent.
Yeah.
I do work, and I have a good income.
Yeah.
I'm good. I look after my children.
Yeah.
You have a better income if you have a man at home.
You have a better income if there's another man there, though.
We're not saying that you're like. That we're saying the facts are, it doesn't matter how much you
if I had the man income, it would have been extra bonus.
So let's say example you make 50 grand a year. If you had a man that made 50 grand a year, you make 100 grand a year in your house now.
That would be extra
100
bonus.
grand a year. Wait a minute. Now you make 100 grand a year, and I put you guys at 50-50. Yeah, 100 grand a year now. Your house is making 100 grand a year. Your kids are better off already. Like
102 months.
But my kids are already but my kids are already blessed.
No. We're not talking about if your kids are blessed. They are blessed. They will be better off if you had double what you financially speaking. If there was if you was earning double, they would be better.
The thing is, just because it's not that double of it doesn't make them anything less or make me anything less.
How many days? What hours do you work? What hours do you work in the week? What days?
Friday.
We say.
You see, that's what I was gonna say, because people judge by
I'm not judging. How many hours a week? What are your hours you work?
I used to be a bar girl. I used to work in a bar. Yeah.
Currently now, what are your hours?
Oh, now I work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5.
9 to 5, yeah, cool. Yeah. Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, right? Cool.
Hey, since we on this financial talk, can I make the case this is why OnlyFans is good? Because I can make 100K in 2 months.
Yeah,
so
it's not about
so now that
wait.
You just got done yelling at everybody saying it ain't about the money, fuck the money.
No,
now you're giving her wait a minute. Now you're giving her a financial
no, I'm not.
lecture.
I'm not.
So if we're gonna talk about finances, let that woman get on OnlyFans. Let that woman get on OnlyFans and bust.
Wait, guys, don't overtalk the host. Don't overtalk the host. Listen, what you guys are doing is, I'm trying to. This is basic economics, basic. I'm not talking about.
I agree with you. I agree.
Wait, listen. So if you have one person in the home, and that
correct.
person has to work 5 days a week. Yes,
right.
Yeah. That person has to work for 2 people. If you had 2 people in the home, you wouldn't have to work as hard. Yes,
exactly.
Yeah. And you could take time off and you could put it to earning your kid. But because you don't, now you need to 9 to 5. What time do you wake up in the morning? What time do you leave your home? What time do you get home? How often do you spend with your kids? You're supposed to be teaching your kids. How old are your kids? If you had another man in the house, you could take. You could wait. Hold on a second.
No,
So
I'm saying you're right. I agree.
I'm trying to show you how you already put your kids at a disadvantage because you could be extra tutoring them, helping them. And you can't even see how one, and I'm just not trying to talk about what she earns. I'm just trying to say if you had two people in the home, automatically puts you at advantage. So kids that come from two parents' homes, yeah, they are now at a slight advantage from your children.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So now, what if she's making 20K on OnlyFans a month? You gonna shut up? You gonna leave her alone? What if she makes 20K a month on OnlyFans?
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
I just fixed it. I just fixed everything. No, I agree with you. Let me agree with you. I agree with you. So for a woman who only she doesn't have that partner, and you're correct. Don't think I'm disagreeing. Now, add OnlyFans. Now that woman gets to double what she makes, and she can stay home. So, like I said, you can make the argument all day. You just shot yourself in the foot. You just shot yourself in the foot. Shout out to OnlyFans. Hey, young lady, make you an OnlyFans.
They want to know why you got divorced. They want to know why you got divorced.
So what'd you say?
They want to know why you got divorced.
I'm not going to let y'all do that to her.
No, it's the question. It's the question, B. It was live. They want to know why you got divorced.
Why did I get divorced?
Yeah.
Do I have to speak that on live now on Instagram?
You know what? If it's
you know what? We just grow out of love. And I just felt
okay. Let me probe that. You got out of love. What does that mean? Who initiated divorce first?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Me.
Okay. Women initiate divorce and walk out of the relationship 80% of the time.
No, don't judge because you don't know the story.
Hold on. That is not me judging. That's a statistic that I've used. I used it every.
Don't follow statistics. Honestly, when it comes to relationships,
I do. And the stats, because every time I ask a woman who walked away, they always say me and they try to tell me, but you broke up your home. You broke up your home. You made yourself into a single mother.
I've chose because once there's children involved, I like to be civil, to be grown up. I like to have both of the parents to be involved with the children.
Yeah, but you broke up your home. You broke up your home. You broke up your home.
I broke up my home.
Yeah, you broke up your home.
Start your OnlyFans, lady. Start your OnlyFans.
I did not break up my home.
You did. You divorced your husband. You initiated it. You did.
No, I did not break up my home.
I asked you who initiated. You said you did, so you broke up your home.
And I had my reason for it.
There's no reason. You placed your kids at every statistical disadvantage. You did. That's selfish. That's selfish. You did. That's selfish. That's selfish. No, it is. You placed your kids at statistically disadvantage. You did.
The children I chose for our
children. You chose yourself. You're selfish. You chose yourself. You didn't choose the kids. If you chose the kids, you would have stayed with your husband. You chose yourself. That's selfish.
Been in a negative and been toxic relationship, and then they grow up being
of course. Toxic. I was waiting for it. Toxic relationship. I was waiting for it. How long? How long before you said it? Here it is. Go on. What did he do?
Go on.
Let me guess. It's abusive. Let me guess. It's abusive. Go on.
Never abusive. Never. He never touched me.
So what was toxic about it then?
He never touched me.
What was toxic about it? What was toxic about it?
That's between A and B, but I'm not going to speak that on live, am I?
You didn't mind. You didn't mind saying the other stuff was toxic, so you can't say it was toxic and then say
A and B. That was toxic. What did I say that was toxic that I said online now?
No, you said, I asked you why you said it was toxic, yeah, but I'm like, you can't be like it's...
What I said was, you see, you twisted my words.
I'm not twisting your words.
I didn't want the children to grow up somewhere that's not happy and it's toxic, no.
But what was toxic about it?
To love their mom and dad.
What was toxic about it? You women make excuses. You broke up your home because you wake up one day, hypergamy, you fall out of love. This is what I say to the man them. This is what I say. This is why man them. It's not even worth getting married because man.
Clearly, you haven't been
get married for forever. You wake up one day.
Are you married? Have you been married?
Huh?
Have you been married?
What do you mean? No, I haven't been married.
You have children?
No, I don't have no kids. No.
Yeah, there you go. So if you don't walk in my shoes, then you would know how it feels.
Of course. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't need to be married to know that I wouldn't marry someone, then walk away from it and then make myself into a single father. No, I wouldn't do that. So actually, I wouldn't do that.
Just because I'm a single mother, he still has part of his children's life.
That's not the point.
Part of his children's life.
No. You place your child at every statistical disadvantage when you take them out of the home. You don't understand this. It's selfish. You don't understand it.
How is it selfish?
Yeah,
but it is. What do you mean?
What's selfish?
What did you do to save that marriage? Like, it's all right saying you walked out. It sounds like she just made the decision, packed her bags and buggered off. Like, what I'm guessing there was some sort of process to that. I'm not saying I agree with divorce or I don't, but what I'm saying is, when we're having these conversations, it's very
Yes. I was married. My
Girl, start you
ex-husband,
on OnlyFans.
I always have love for him. I don't have no hate for him. And I'm not going to speak about him on social media.
You already have.
I have children for him.
You said he was toxic. You said it was toxic situation. You already have. I'm trying to.
Okay, so when
You
I say
already
by
have.
toxic, okay, how do you translate toxic?
You said toxic, not me.
So he wasn't violent. He wasn't not aggressive with me. But because certain things, we grow up in life, we want more in life.
I don't know what that means. You wanted more because you broke it up. He was happy. You wanted more. And now you broke up. What more did you go and get? Tell me. Did you get a new job? Did you get a new career? What more did you go? What did you break up your family for?
I broke up my family because I walked out of it. That's what you think.
Yes. When you walk out of your family, you break up your family. Yes.
So what do you want? My children to go to prison and visit their dad in prison every other weekend. So what I'm going to do?
I don't know. Is your dad in prison?
There you go. Then don't judge because you don't know. You're telling me
I'm not judging.
Family.
But why did you pick a man that's going to end up in jail? That's your fault, not me.
Hello, this is the thing. You want to judge me. You want to put those things on me. That's not what I came to talk about fucking life on Instagram.
Most people's partners don't go to prison. You picked a man that was a criminal. That's on you.
That's on me.
Yes, it's on you. Yes. Your kids have to go to. Now your kids are even worse because you place them in an environment where they go to their. Oh my gosh, your kids are even. You just proved my point. You just proved my point about the statistical disadvantage.
What do you mean?
The dad's in jail.
I chose to do something better for my children. To do something with the business. Growing up in certain places.
You should have picked better. You should have picked a better man. A man that's not a criminal. You should have picked a better man. Yes.
You choose who you fall in love with.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You choose.
No wonder you're still single, then. No wonder you're still single. You haven't been married yet.
Hold on a second. You chose to break. Wait, did you choose not to leave him now? What do you mean? Well, no one else. Now you're trying to shame me again. Listen, you've made bad choices. You're a baby mother. You're divorced. And you're supporting a lot of things. And you're Muslim. And you're supporting a lot of things like basically haram. And you're trying to get at me. You made bad decisions. You're playing the child at every particular disadvantage. I'm not picking on you. We spoke about stats, and you're trying to turn it around to me and use sign language. So I will tell.
You're trying to turn around on you. I was just saying everyone has an opinion.
No, you're trying to shame me, trying to tell me, oh, that's why you ain't got kids. Listen, you can't shame me. I'm not married. And if I was married, I wouldn't leave my missus.
You did say bring shame back, though. You did say bring back shame.
You telling me I broke a house.
You left your home. You did. You broke it up. It's haram.
So you're pointing the finger at me. So you're telling me I found you wrong.
Stop, right? The way you're responding now is because you're triggered. It doesn't matter how you say it, you are triggered right now.
With me?
And that's absolutely 100% okay that you're triggered, but you need to go deal with what's triggering you. And so
I dealt already with that, darling. I already did. Babes, I already did deal with it.
Tell you from a place of absolute toxicity, you are not healed because you're arguing, you're not listening, you're not even willing to hear an opinion or a statistic. What you think in your head is 100% right, and that's not life. You need to be able to be open to people's opinion. And we're not saying you're a bad mother, your kids are going to fail. We're not saying that, but statistically, looking up years and years of stats, when you get divorced, you are leaving your family. Your family is now split into two. It is now broken.
Yes.
I'm not saying your family is broken. Your family unit probably works, but statistically, you've left the home. It's now broken, and you're getting triggered because you think we're attacking you. We're just talking in a general sense.
But he said I broke it. He said
supposed to come on here. So therefore, you cannot now berate China for his opinion and his stats, because this is what he does. I'll be real. If you want to keep listening, you're going to have a mindset. But you can't come on here shouting at him and make it out that we're making out you to be a bad person or blah, blah. Because at the end of the day, we do pick our partners. You didn't know he was going to turn out the way he did, but probably
it happened, yes.
The woman you are now would know what he was like back then when you picked him 9 years ago.
We grow and we learn from it.
You can't. Like, that's just not... It's not going to make you feel good. It's not going to make us feel good. You got to learn from your experiences, move forward, do better with your bad experiences.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? So come on
Yes,
here.
I agree that with you.
Do any better? It's not.
I agree that with you. See the way you're talking to me? I totally agree with you.
But men don't always talk to women like women talk to women. That's why it's good to have a mediator in most cases. But like, that's another thing where we have. It sounds like we miscommunicating, but men like how me and him speak to each other. It's really aggressive, but we smiling and shit. Look at him, he's smiling. He know I don't mean no fucking.
I'm always smiling, man.
You feel me? Like
you know what? Yeah,
but
when online or
y'all ask us,
my first time I came.
You've done really well.
Listen, y'all ask us to be honest with y'all. Y'all say we want honesty. We want you to do this. We want you, and then when we do it, and he's just like telling you how he feels about something honestly. If you don't have no intellectual smoke for him, then you got to fall back. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's going to be emotion versus logic, and logic always wins. Like that's all that is. Like you like how she said it because y'all speak the same language. That's all. They ain't saying nothing different.
And I've been traumatized, so.
And you know, but for your first life, you're done fine. You know, so it's not personal.
So what you said? No, come back online again, yeah.
No, I said you're well. No, the whole idea is to make you feel able to come back on. It's not to make you feel as if that I'm trying to get at you to make you feel. No, that's not what this is for. But I will speak how I speak.
We're trying to get you to start.
Of course, yes, but I just feel like when you speak up, because that's what you actually do. Like you come and speak up, and everyone speaks their opinions. Everyone has opinions, but it's just how you say it, and well, it doesn't mean
how do I say it? Tell me.
Sorry.
How do I say
Don't
it?
walk into that. Don't walk into that.
It's just like, oh, you walked out, you broke the family. I'm like, no, but I did not break the family.
Hard to hear. You know, reality is hard to hear. You think when China told me that I picked the man that nearly killed me, I wanted to hear that. I lost my goddamn mind when I first said that.
You did.
I did pick him. And I can't continue to pick him. So I don't like to hear it. Part of my soul still trembles now when I say it out loud. But the reality is I picked him. I have to do better for me. And you come live for your first live, whatever. Yeah, you should take your hat off to you, because this ain't an easy podcast to be in, and it ain't
it's not.
Up against. And you should take great pride in the fact that you're even willing to be on here in the first place. So.
I know. I just want to, because you know, talking about, he will say that, oh, you should support your children. Like at the end of the day, we can just raise our children the best we can, and no matter how they turn to, it's not in our hands. We can raise them any good way with money and everything, and the children might turn out to be the worst that we can expect, but we still have to love and be them for them there.
No.
So what do you think? What do you think happens? What do you think?
I believe you love your kids regardless, yeah.
Shaming and disowning. What do you think that does? You think that makes that person stop doing what you don't want them to do? Like what now? Boom. Somebody comes to you that you have control over, and they say, I want to do something opposite of what you want me to do, and I'm doing it. What do you do now?
Wait, say that again, sorry?
I'm speaking to him. What do you do now? She's 26. She pops up and says, I want to do something that you don't want me to do. You lucky I'm even coming to you to tell you this, because I don't need your permission. I don't want to obey what you want me to do. Are you going to disown me and say fuck me, or are you going to rock out? What you doing?
I'm not going to support her.
Okay. Now what?
What do you mean?
What does
She's
that
going
do
to live
now?
whatever life she wants to go and live without my support.
That's fine. She was already going to do it. Now, without your support, so if at 5 o'clock you love your daughter to death, 5:01 she says, I want to do something you don't want me to do, and you say fuck that and fuck you. 5:03, what do you think is going to happen? Like now what? Like you just cut your love off, cut your support off. Now what?
So no. The love is no. I still love her, but loving you doesn't mean I'm going to support you in everything that you do. This is where you guys go wrong with this new age. No, wait, hold on a second. I am the father. I'm the parent. I'm not your friend. We don't need to agree. You need to respect me. You need to respect me as your father, right? That's it. That's it. Wait a minute. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of things I'm gonna like. Because we live in a world where your kid may come to you trying to say there are a lot of things. I'm not supporting none of their things, but the foundation of how I've been raised. I will still love you, but you're not gonna come in my yard with that stuff. That's it. That's it.
I know
Because
that.
if I decided to do that to my no, because if there's certain things that if I decided to become, my parents wouldn't support me, and I'm aware of that. And like, what will happen in this world is that we live in a world where they told you can have everything. You can't. This is what women think, yeah? I'm not trying to call you a woman. I'm just trying to say, women think that, oh, they can have anything. They can go and get 100 bodies and they have to have access to men. No, choices and trade-offs. You can live whatever life you want to live, but that does not mean I have to live it with you. End of.
I'm with you on that. Again,
Facts, I'm the father.
All right. Let's say I'm your daughter. I wasn't expecting you to live it with me anyway. I didn't need your support because what I'm doing is making me money, and it's a part of my lifestyle. It's who I am. I never needed that either. So you expressing your disapproval does what for me? That's
it
what
shows you that your father doesn't support you.
What happens when you throw your tantrum and you cross your arms and say, "I don't fuck with that"? Now what happens? Nothing, dog. Nothing changes. She'll walk out the door, whether you fuck with it or not. She's gonna walk out that door and go do what she was gonna do.
Yeah, but you have to understand something.
The only thing that would have any impact is if you do support her. Not supporting her has no impact on her.
Do you know what it is? When you forget that, when you fast forward in the years and your daughter turns around and said, "Dad, why did you support me on this? Like, why I needed you as a father. That's when I needed you to be my father and to guide me. And instead, nah, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm not gonna leave my daughter into that adult industry."
I feel you with that, but you're still not. And my question is very, very cut and dry. Very, very cut and dry. I'm your daughter. I have a page. I'm bringing it to you. I'm saying, "Dad, this is what I do now."
No.
You say, "Fuck that. I don't agree. Cross my arms. I don't support you." Okay. You weren't my customer. You weren't my photographer. You weren't.
And guess what my daughter becomes? My daughter becomes all the girls. My daughter becomes like all those other girls that become food for the industry, and that's the name of the game. That's it. She becomes another fatherless girl in the adult industry of men, of sex and debauchery, and men that take advantage of them, and that's it. I don't care.
Now, like you told it, thank you. That's what I wanted you to say.
What?
This is beautiful. Like you told the young lady, now you're breaking up your relationship. You walk out on her, you're breaking up your relationship.
No. The moment my daughter chooses to have no morals, yeah, she's broke. That's it.
No. You instilled her with morals. You
raised
raised her.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. If she's an OnlyFans, I clearly didn't.
You raised that young woman. You fucking failed.
I didn't.
No, we cooking now. Hold up. Let me take a bite of my food.
I didn't raise. That's not my child. I need to get a DNA test. I need to get a DNA test because my daughter
fucking failed. You're the father.
You
fucking failed. Because what you tell this young lady, you said when the father is in the house, that stops the child from doing X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. So statistics out the ass.
Yeah, so I'm going to get a DNA test.
Hold up.
No, I'm going to get a DNA test.
With your presence, your child decides to be OnlyFans, or the child decides.
With your presence, she still does something you don't want her to do.
I'm a shit father.
And then you don't matter.
I'm a terrible father. I'm the worst type.
So that's accountability on you.
Yes, 100%. I'm the worst type of man.
You walk out on her for being a bad father. Your answer to walk out.
Yes.
So that would be you breaking up on a family.
Listen, I was really a bad father for raising a girl that's gonna go on OnlyFans, walking out on her. I might as well do the double whammy. I'm a terrible man.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear. So men who don't support their children doing things that they don't see morally correct, y'all the problem, and y'all the ones breaking up the house, not the women that's on OnlyFans.
No. If my daughter ends up on OnlyFans, let me support what you're saying. Let me support what you're saying. If my daughter ends up on OnlyFans, that makes me a bad father. And then if I try to steer her away from that after being present, she chooses not to do it. I walk out on her. That makes me 2 times a bad father. So.
Okay. So wait, if you're a father and a mother, you and your wife are together. You have this beautiful house.
Save this live too. I want to play it later.
And your child, your daughter decides to be OnlyFans, or your son decides to be a drug dealer, and you give them everything. You're the perfect father. So what happens then?
I will try to steer them away from it. And if my son continues to to sell drugs and do whatever. I failed as a father because I should have showed him other careers and things that are more lucrative and more stuff where he can benefit. Like if my daughter can only take off her clothes to make money, she doesn't realize of how great she can be and what she can actually become. So I failed as a father.
Okay. But you done everything.
But going back,
leave it there.
Going back to an hour ago, what I was saying, I never got to finish my point. So you could install the best morals. Like, I'm not going to go into what I did as a kid, like as a young adult, say, but I did something as a young adult which shamed me and still burns my soul now, and it ruined like my parents. Therefore, we don't get twisted, but like I did something. You can't. My parents gave me. They're still together. They got great careers. They gave me absolutely everything I wanted in life. They supported me even now. Like even if like I need anything now, they do it. But you can't. I just think China to be in the opinion that you can control. You can't.
Okay.
I mean, if they make one bad decision, that they failed as a parent. Because my parents have never failed. But that.
Okay. Look. Let me bring you on something. Let me bring you something. Yeah. Look. Listen. I grew up in it. I come from a very good home. I spoke about it. I grew up in a 7-bedroom house. My dad was a diplomat. My dad's got 2 PhDs. Mom's got a PhD. I spoke about it. My upbringing, right? Really good upbringing. But I still, when my father, I said before, my parents were together, but because of my dad's job, he had to keep flying out of the country. And then at some point, he had to fly to Africa for some years. That was in my teenage years, in the troublesome years of a teenage boy. So effectively, I was raised by my mom, even though my dad would be back or forth, but you're raised by your mom. Because if your father's not in the home, if a man is not in the home, you're a single mother. Like, you have to understand what it means. It doesn't matter if you're still together, but if he's not physically in that home to instill his masculinity and authority over a child, you're a single mother, and the child will
what?
Huh?
The child was a single mother, basically.
The child will be feminized. The child will be a feminine boy. Hey, what was I saying? She just distracted me, man. You maybe lose my trail of thought. What was I saying?
Because I'm just picking up what you say in your own words.
You're doing what you guys do when you do the thought. So what was I saying?
I said that you didn't fail as a parent if a child makes one bad choice, and then you went on to say.
Yeah. So I made bad choices growing up, yeah. But I came from a really good home, yeah. But I never made any bad choices enough where it's going to ruin my future. And I'm trying to say to you, but it's just that stage of when there's not a man in the home or whatever, and then you take the route. At not one time have my parents ever supported me in my fuckeries. Not one time. Not one time. Like if they have to come to a police station, have to come and do something, they'll do it. But don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it twisted. They was not supporting it, innit? Yeah, my mom was just whatever. So it's like you have to. Someone has to be a parent. And now when I look back now, I even thanked my mom the other day. Like I've done it. I say stuff to my mom like, "Oh, you know what, mom? I thought you was being hard on me when I was younger, but you wasn't. You just was trying to regulate me because, like, I understand now as I'm older. I understand what you wanted. I understand, like, because." Even when you're young, all the things you're chasing, all the money, all the things that you think are important, they're not even important. They don't mean nothing. They don't actually mean some of the things. Some of the things where, the violations or the things that you would have done to people. But like when I look back on it, like you're just happy that you didn't do certain things because it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing. There's a part you need your parent to guide you, to take you through adolescence, to take you through confusion. This is why this whole transgender thing is very important, because you have children being told that children making decisions at a young age that are going to affect them for the rest of their life, right? And you have adults that are supposed to be protecting and nurturing and stopping people, yes, from doing certain things. And what are they doing? They're enabling it. And so what you're doing is you're doing the same thing. Even though you know something might be detrimental to their health, you're just going to enable it because you don't want to rock the boat. I hate this PC shit. I hate it because at some point nobody wants to be shamed. Everybody wants to just think they can do whatever they want, but we don't live. You cannot do whatever you want. You cannot. It comes at a cost. And society's coming at this, and it comes at a cost of our communities and our society and our moral standard. I'm sorry, man, but someone has to do this. Like, I'm getting the corn because someone has to raise these standards. Someone has to protect our daughters. Someone has to protect our nieces, our sisters, our mothers. You guys are moving wild. I'm stopping They ended up in Gambia, Dominican Republic. They're paying for the bumpsters. These women in their 60s. I'm trying to save women. There's a lot of things I'm trying to do right now. You guys need to.
Right.
You know, and I got Mr. OnlyFans ambassador over there. Trying to, Mr.
You don't want to,
OnlyFans
but that's my
ambassador.
thing. Listen.
China, it's gonna
I'm gonna let you go real quick, but look.
Go on.
Whenever I ask you like direct questions,
Yeah.
you can't fuck with me. You divert. Go.
Nah. What did you ask me?
Keep it on that other shit. Keep it on that other shit. What you just said to me, because I don't have anything else to add to the situation, because what you just said to me is, if you was, because you initially started by saying, if my daughter, to try to put me in the mind frame of a kid that's a little girl. Whatever. No. Okay, I got it. You didn't say like, because you took it off of wife and put it to daughter. I got it. Whatever. Fuck that though. Then you went to raising a child. What, ladies, am I wrong? You diverted it and made it all about raising kids, because that's what she popped in and said, and I said I would support them. Now we're on, well, if you as a father, you're so strict and you raise your children to be a very specific way, and they still do something you don't want them to do, you failed as a father, and then you're not supporting them. Now you're failing as an adult, and you are supposed to be their friend. You are supposed to be their confidant.
No, I failed as a father, but
let me just get it out. You are supposed to be all of those things. You're all of the above. As your child grows, you're supposed to grow, and you're supposed to learn their personality, not control it. Now, you told me you're a bad father if they do something you don't want them to do in that realm. And you also said you wouldn't fuck with it, and if you can't change them, then you won't walk away from them. So you said I might as well just take the double whammy. I have nothing else to say. I'm like, you proved me. I'm not gonna be either. I'm not gonna be a bad father, and I'm not gonna just say,
you are a bad father. You are. No, you are a bad father because you support your daughter doing OnlyFans. That's a bad father.
Right. And you're a double whammy of a bad father for not supporting it and walking away.
I know. And I own that. But I'm trying to make you know. I'm trying to make you know. I'm trying to make you know that the difference is. See, I became a bad father by accident. I became a double bad father because I actually. No, wait. No, let me explain to you. No, wait. Hold on a second.